Okay. Hi everyone. This is your Salim. Your Salim. I used to pronounce my name like for foreigners in that way. So sorry for that. And this is your Salim, and I have next slide, please, Dr. Sa. Yes. I think it's a little bit jumped, the slide. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, as Dr. Fasaha was trying to mention that I am ex MITian. Actually, I'm not fully ex MITian because I didn't even finish my undergrad uh, school. I mean, I was attending chemical and biological engineering and MIT and came here before a year before the war began actually. And I was at that time I was fourth year chemical and biological engineering student. And the bad thing was even I had some experiences in public health, which is not totally unrelatable with the IT section. So, like when you imagine me in the area of the IT, it might be, it might give you a glance how it was a little bit hard for me initially, and but I will tell you, the spices that helps me to keep up in this area or in this sector and keeps me motivated. And even worse, rather than being like coming from the chemical and biological engineering and having some like public health experience, which was a little. And what makes it worse is I had a very limited and tiny little interest and intention in the area of IT. Even I remember like there was some chaos regarding our department. Like there was some conflict which was the department, and someone was suggesting me, why don't you switch to information technology, like by being 1 year back or lag. And then I said I refused that offer. One, I don't have any intention, like not any. I can say like I have this personality which I can be committed, dedicated, or I do have this principle that like any human being is capable of doing anything. But my interest and my background was pushing me to attend or to enroll in the engineering, chemical engineering. Like I had this aspiration to be a scientist, which is not quite the same, but kind of similar. I found it. So it was hard for me, to put myself in the IT section. And after that, I came to the United States before a year. And the war began, in like a lot of things are happening in our life regarding the emotional vulnerability and the psychological impact that has created because of the war. And then next slide, doctor. Yeah, and I came, and maybe most of you, not all of you, might be, working on non-professional sectors. Maybe we are like drivers. Maybe we are from different department, which is not IT, or maybe we are servers. So when I came here in the United States, I wasn't like engaged or enrolled in education directly. I was working, kind of blue collar or like manual work. And I can tell you that at some point I was working even more than 10 hours a day. And for me, it was a little bit hard to focus on the education and the academy. I came at home, or I being very tired, and sometimes you need extra motivation just to keep up in that study. And I just just sat down and think about, okay, well, what's gonna my future looks like. So I have to decide. If I'm not deciding this time on my productive age, I'm gonna lose the whole years that I put an effort, uh like hassle a lot. And I was shift somehow to IT. I switched my interest to IT because it was based on market research I had, and the market research, like, it really directs me to be engaged in that IT sector. One, like as you can see it on in the slide, the elasticity of technology tools are very, like, before, maybe before 10 years or 15 years, it might be only Microsoft, or it might be only IIB, or it might be only was kind of some Google or something like that. But now it's very emerging, which gives us the advantage, to be flexible enough, or to start from the scratch, because everyone is not skillful as, Bill Gates, let's say Bill Gates, and he is Microsoft genius, right? He might not be good at MuleSoft. He might not be good at AWS. He might not. So this is the opportunity that the IT sector created for all of us to be expert in one area, and to excel that opportunity, or to exploit that opportunity, which gives us a very promising future, even in financial area. I mean, in financial assumptions. So there is another point was high competition between the companies. Let's say it might be a new word for you, but if you need some additional clarification, I can work on that. Let's say you do have Azure, Microsoft servers, or you can have AWS, and they do have their own, unique, like their own tools that makes them unique or demandable in the market. And someone, so, like, this means it's creating, or it's demanding skillful personals, or expertise. So the high competition give you the advantage to be skillful in one area, or in one tool, again, to be demanded by the market. And still, if there is a high competition, there will be a demand of IT expertise, or there will be a gap. So there is a scarcity in IT professionals. So this is the point that I took as an advantage. And the first one is timely in this technological area. At the end, I mean, we can say everything is changing to be, like digital. We are in a digital era, or in digital time. So everything is gonna be literally changed to kind of IT related sector. Let's say banking, let's say Uber, let's say everything that is related to your phone, your laptop, and everything. So this is, the opportunity that we can that can promise us a big future, I can say. And the advantage for us is, as I can say, it's emerging, it's, changing time to time, and everyone is almost new. I said here almost because, like, some people who came from IT background, or who are IT professionals, they can be, or it's of course obvious that they will be a little bit faster than us, or adaptable with that tool, because they know how it functions, or understand the hardcore or the main components. But still, they are new. Even for us, if we are completely new to that tool, I mean, we can, with additional effort, we can be the same like those. So that is the advantage. I mean, everyone is, let's say Dr. Sahi has a very good background in IT, but MuleSoft was new for him. He learned, he spent a lot of hours, he built himself in that process. So anything is new for us. Every tool, every new thing is created, like it's creating, and it's new. And yeah, it's advantage, of course. And the market, when we see the analysis, you can see the graph here, the demands on IT versus the time that today, like, we are on the spot. And when years are passing, like, the gap will be a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. So it makes us to be very a high demanded in that market. There is no expiration date for us, for IT people, because the gap is going on. And so this is the market that makes me interested in the IT area. And next slide. So how I joined MuleSoft is like, I really love MuleSoft, to be honest. I mean, it's not to make you attracted, or it's not to motivate you, but I love personally, which is graphical, or like moving things that makes that makes your mind very that exercise your mind, and it's catchy. It's not kind of jargon, a lot of or jargon or long codes. It's simple. It's like pictorial things. So I love it. It's kind of a puzzle, I can say. So that was the thing that really interests me. Maybe I'm a kid, that's why it interests me. So the market, of course, demand is a lot, and yeah. Beside those attractiveness that MuleSoft owns, the market is also great. I mean, even let's say we can have here a witness who is a Dr. Fisaha, who is experienced in Java or in JavaScript, whatever it is. Someone who has an experience in Java, it might be 6 years. But when someone from MuleSoft background come in, have a 3 years or 2 years, their salary is like uncomparable. I mean, so that's what makes me MuleSoft to salivate and to be in that area, or in, in that tool. So according to ZipRecruiter, the Mule ESP developer salary it depends on the location, of course, and the client. It really matters, and how many years of experience you have. But the average, as you can see, is 190, almost 120K per year. I mean, isn't it amazing? I mean, like,
Dr. Hasa and Yosalim, may I ask in between?
okay, so it's my class. I have to be harsh, I guess. You can raise any question that you have at the end, and you can raise the hand. Okay, sorry, I'm really sorry.
Thank you. Noted.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. And then this maybe like you can say it's maybe $60 per hour, and it covers a lot. And yeah, but the thing that you have to mark is it's not gonna continue like this, the market, if you are not joining like to some kind of maybe this tool, as I said before, it's emerging, right? Some other tool will be created, like a lot of developers, a lot of companies with a competition, they might want to beat MuleSoft, and they will come up with another tool. So the thing that we have is we have to exploit any opportunity that we got on time. We don't have to be late. We don't have to be early. We have to be on time for this kind of tools. So I highly recommend you, before something new is happening in the market, something new is emerging on the market, it's really important for you to compete, like to fit yourself in this environment, to work hard, to commit, and to be dedicated, and to be in this market at least. And after MuleSoft, you can learn a lot of maybe programming languages, or you can learn some integration tools. So that's my recommendation. If you are in this class, just exploit any opportunity that you got from Dr. Fisaha, like maybe from guests. He might invite some, precious guests, and you have to ask, you have to attend very, carefully. You have to be active participants. We don't have to be passive at this point. We do have to be active. Like we have to make this communication on live or on ground by ourselves. We don't have to expect from anybody else. If we are not making ourselves, we cannot do it. And it might be a very similar topic to you. I don't know your background, but I can promise that just exploit any information that you got before we run out of time. Next slide, please, Doctor. Thank you so much, Doc. So after I joined, the general objective was, mastering the tools of integration. MuleSoft is like integration tool. Let's say you do have different servers or you do have different clients. So that brings all those clients in one hand or in one platform that provide this integration, very easy integration without losing any data in a very secure way. So you have to have hands-on experience on materials. Let's say like MuleSoft, it doesn't come only with one tool or IDE. It comes with Studio, a design tool, design center, and different testing tools as well. So you have to have those basic knowledge and hands-on experience, not only terminologies, not only a definition or a theoretical overview. It has to be hands-on. You have to exercise, you have to mock different flows, which Dr. Fisaha, I believe, will help you with this all process. And materials that helped me, the good thing, or I might say the best thing that I got from MuleSoft is the documentation. I didn't see any another like technological tool that they have a very perfect documentation. MuleSoft, you can go www.mulesoft.com and you can search any term that they use in MuleSoft and you will get like multiple or alternative definitions that towards or by that specific name. So it's really very neat, clean, and perfect documentation with graphical presentation, and it will help you a lot. And that is the tool that I frequently refer. So tools that I started from the scratch is, as I said, I am from different like world, or I am from different department, and I am new to the studio. I'm new. I do have some basic C programming language knowledge, but I didn't have any advanced knowledge. I can say I literally started from the scratch, and the effort level, it's really challenges at some point, as I tried to elaborate before. 10 hours per day working in labor, and coming home, you do have your own responsibilities at home as well, and you have to commit like your 2-3 hours per day, and you have to feed, you have to pressure yourself in that chair and in that table. It was very hard, but it was awesome, and it really is, it really deserved. It's deserved. And in terms of hours, I can say, I mean, more than 10 hours. Like I was attending a class like from Monday to Thursday, like 1 hour and 30 minutes. And after that, I revised that. I Google, and I have a friend whom I study with, and like we make it even like after midnight, and I do have to, I mean, I have to get up early in the morning. It was a very tough hassle, but I commit, I was dedicated enough in everything, and I can say I made it. I think I'm bragging a lot. Just take that. And next slide, please. And yeah, so in the process, I mean, even while the process, while I joined MuleSoft, like I start enrolling, I was dreaming about the money as well. Okay, so I'm gonna have, maybe if I am hired in California, or if I'm hired in the AMV or Seattle or in the Central, okay, I'm gonna have 120K, and what am I gonna do with it? I mean, it gives you, the power at some point. Like even that was my motivation at most. And yeah, that's amazing. I mean, next slide. I just want you, to be more into it. And as I told you before, it's like the dedication, the commitment, the readiness, and of course, the financial promises keep me motivated. And even if the interview process is not easy, I took like maybe 20, 30 like interviews after, and it makes you to be prepared like more and more after time to time. And it gives you a new glance on how you have to improve your personal skills, your communication, your presentation skills, and your like overall mentally everything. It really, really um, uh, challenges you, but the fruit is so awesome. And as I told you, I spend lots of hours, at least 10 hours a week. And yeah, and I'm working with good like company now. They pay me good. I think I got the future. I mean, the life that I dreamt, and it's really worth it. And next slide, please. And it's the Kahoot time. Before that, I'm gonna uh, accept your questions. If you have any questions, it's very welcome.